What is going on, guys? B-Man27 here, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over and kind of calculating how many different car combinations you can have in Rocket League. Now, in the original Rocket League trailer, it actually said that there are more than 10 billion combinations, and that's as of like when the game came out. But since then, there have been several new additions, like several different cars have been added in. Painted items are a thing now, and along with crate items that just add in a ton more of stuff. Painted items are also in there, which add in a ton of different combinations that you can have, as well as just in general the crate items that have came out that just add in a bunch of new stuff that, again, obviously adds in plenty of more possibilities. So for the first thing that I calculated, I went with no console exclusive cars, so that means no Sweet Tooth. If you're playing Xbox, you can't have it, like the Warthog, I think the Halo Warthog's in there. And common only items, so only items with a common rarity. So basically, if you just start up the game, you unlock everything, and assuming that you don't spend any money and unlock anything that's not just a regular common thing, then this will be how many different combinations you can actually have. Also, this is adding in all the free update stuff with the common rarity, so not including the Halloween items and such, but it is including things like when the Hot Wheels update came out and it released a bunch of new toppers. This is assuming that both colors for the car have the same exact items on, so like you don't have blue wheels for your blue car and orange wheels for your orange car, but you have to have the exact same wheel and exact same topper and exact same everything on both colors of the car. So I got that the 12 common cars all have 7 decals. I believe that there's 7 paint types that you don't have to get by a DLC or anything, so that gets multiplied by 2 since you can customize a primary and secondary paint type separately. I counted 28 primary colors and 105 secondary colors, 26 wheels, 42 boosts, 24 toppers, 50 community flags, plus the 222 country flags, plus the 1 NBA flag that you get for free, and then 51 game flags, and then 29 regular flags, which all equal up to 343 flags, which is honestly a lot. So all of that times together would be 12 times 7 times 14 times 28 times 105 times 26 times 42 times 24 times 343, which ends up being a grand total of 31,80,117,519,360 different cars that you can get if you don't spend money and only use the common items on PS4. So after I got the number of different cars you can get with only the common rarities and like no different console exclusive cars, I wanted to figure out how many would be if both colors don't have to be the same. So with the last one, the 2 different colors of the car had to have the exact same wheels, same topper, same everything. But for this next one, we're going to see how much it is if they don't have to be the same. So most of the math is the same for this one, except that everything is times by 2 except for the amount of cars, since you can't have the same car, because then you could just have it. If you're on the orange team, you have the Dominus, and if you're on the blue team, you have the Octane. Like, that doesn't work. You may as well just have a completely new car. So when you have that all multiplied and added up, it ends up being 15 quadrillion, 913 trillion, 20 billion, 169 million, 912,320. That is a very large amount of cars. So once I figured that out, I wanted to see how many possibilities I could make with everything in the game possible except for painted items. I know, that's really the only number you want to hear, but I'll get to that later. So any rarity of anything, just no console exclusives or anything like that. So I figured there's 34 cars, 59 wheels, 67 boosts, 410 flags, and since for the decals, you can't put a decal on every single car, I figured that there's an average about 8 decals per car. I know that won't give you an exact number, but I mean, then again, this whole thing probably is way off because I'm probably screwing up the math awfully. 86 toppers, 30 paint types, which it really is 15 paint types, but it's times 2 since you can customize for each color. 29 primary colors, and then 105 secondary. So the equation that I got for this was 2 parentheses 59 times 67 times 410 times 8 times 86 times 30 times 56 times 210 close parentheses, and then times 34, which ended up being 3 pentillion, I think it's called, 424 quadrillion, 101 trillion, 12 billion, 799 million, 488,000 combinations. And for this last one, this one is completely just crazy. This is including all of the painted items. Only things that aren't being included are the beta and alpha rewards and console exclusives, and this ends up being 429 wheels, which gets a giant boost because there's so many painted wheels. I average about 9 decals per car, 408 toppers, 30 paint types, which again is times 2, 56 primary, 210 secondary, 67 boosts, and 410 flags. And the total number for this is just crazy. So 132 pentillion, 881 quadrillion, 977 trillion, 637 billion, 240 million, and 800,000. This is insane. Anyways guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep in mind that these are in no way accurate at all. I mean, there is some sort of accurateness, but if you want to make sure that it's 100% accurate, then just go. I have a link to the paste bin of all of the math I did. It's pretty jumbled up, and it would be actually pretty hard to read if you aren't me and know exactly where everything is. Or you can just do it for yourself, trust your own math. I don't know, that's probably what I would do if someone was doing this, because then I'd know if they're feeding me bullshit or not. Doing this would basically be impossible without making any mistakes, so therefore I probably made tons of mistakes. Like, this was really confusing, especially when it got to the painted items. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. You probably didn't care at all about how many card combinations there are in Rocket League until you saw the title and thumbnail of this video. That's just such a weird thought to think of, but I thought of it and I just decided, hey, I'll just make a video on this because why the fuck not? So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.